Fox 5's Like It or Not. Amazon tells its employees to quit their jobs, but of course, that's not the end of the story. DC gets ranked one of the highest in the country when it comes to selfie taking. Wait, are we that selfie obsessed here in the DMV? And a lot of people are pretty upset about last night's Game of Thrones, but that's not stopping folks from honoring the show in one of the most permanent and personal ways possible. Those stories and more tonight on Fox 5's Like It or Not. All right, welcome to the show. Happy Monday. Jim is off. I'm in charge. I'm not sure that's good or bad, but here we are. Nick and Bram joining me tonight.
It's good because when you're in charge, you won't need the...
I will not need that gavel. That is true. Fact right there. All right. The one big question tonight, of course, as always, is who's in that fourth chair? Let's find out. All right. Open that. There you go. Welcome, Giselle Bryant, star from The Real Housewives of Potomac. Hey.
Hey.
Welcome into the loft. How are you?
How's everybody doing?
Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, well, let's kick things off and fire it up tonight.
Okay.
Amazon's latest proposal to its employees may sound weird, at least at first. In its latest effort to speed up deliveries, Amazon is saying, quit your job and we're going to help you start a business delivering packages. The company wants to speed up its shipping time from 2 days to 1 day for its Prime members. Amazon says it will cover up to $10,000 in startup costs for employees who are accepted into the new program, but it will also pay them 3 months' salary up front. Amazon paying employees to quit, Nick, like it or not.
I think I like what they're trying to do, which is start a little PR positivity here, right? Because this is a situation where we know this company has done a lot to change the way we shop, we do business. They've gotten some blowback on that. So now they're saying, Bram, you know what? If you kind of step into what we need to do, which is build our brand, develop our brand, we're going to help you out and we'll show how we're committing to small mom and pop startups.
Or show how they're committing to running the world.
Yes, and everybody wants their packages faster than the 2 days. If they get it 1 day, hey.
Are you an Amazon Prime addict?
Absolutely. I'm a mom. So any mom is like, anything I need, I'm on my computer.
And it's quick now, right? I mean, you can tell Alexa, buy it.
Yes. You could do that. You could say
melting
anything,
that Amex.
and it comes immediately. And a lot of times the girls, my kids, they need stuff like next day.
You got 3, so you've got a lot of girls and a lot of shopping.
Yes, and if it could be at my door next day, I'm all over it.
What does a 3-month salary look like? See, I'd like to see that number because they're going to put $10,000 at 3 months' salary, and that's going to be a nice-looking number at first. And then if you do a little bit of math, you're going to realize it's probably not what you think, right?
So they get you right, and it's all about being progressive. And this $15 minimum wage, that's not a bad starting salary.
Yeah. And I don't mind them putting out there to become your own entrepreneur under our umbrella.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know if you are or you aren't. Are you under some kind of program where you work as an Amazon employee? Are you now some kind of your own self-company that you are contracted by Amazon? I don't know. All that stuff sounds relatively good. I just feel like this number that they float is going to look better than it actually is.
No, serious question. Go ahead.
Some kinks to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it could be like the new way we franchise. You know, McDonald's owners or operators are still part of the whole McDonald's corporation, but they own theirs in Poughkeepsie or whatever, you know. So are you the new Amazon guy?
Are you the new Postmates?
Exactly.
Deliver to your own self. All right, time now to step into the lion's den with a question from Allison. She's from our Fox 5 family. Take a listen.
So a new study says DC is number 2 on the list for the most selfies taken. Are we that selfie obsessed? Like it or not?
Giselle, I've seen your Instagram account.
I'm the wrong girl to ask because I love it, okay? I don't like it, I love it. I probably have taken more selfies for the DC boost. It's all on me. So, I mean, I feel like, why not? I mean, you know, you're living your life. You need to memorialize every moment.
But what about these studies that suggest that people who take selfies, they're a bunch of sociopaths?
Who says that?
I'm just passing. I'm just a messenger. Don't kill me here.
I'm going to tell you, I'm with Giselle on this one. I think, here's the deal. We live in D.C. This is a beautiful city. Every place you go is a moment that should be captured. Anyone who is not here should check this out.
Well, wait a second. They're talking about selfies, not pictures.
Right.
So are you talking about your own beauty?
What life are you living?
If I'm riding through Anacostia, bam. If I'm riding on the metro, bam. If I'm riding past Lincoln Memorial, bam. Everything in this city is worth capturing, and you got to put a little eye in there.
Yes.
And just make sure.
It's always a selfie moment.
The selfie queen over here. You know exactly how to pose.
Yes.
I'm surprised you don't have that light on it.
It's in the car.
Okay, so you do.
Yes.
I know you do.
I'm like the fake house husband of Glen Echo because like essentially very little that I do needs to be like memorialized, right? I walked in the rain to Bowie Mongers today. Do I really need to put that on a timeline? Like any pictures like that? Yeah. No. And the reason why we're so high on this list is not because we're sociopaths. It's because we live in one of the most famous places in the world, and people are here taking pictures of the Capitol and the White House and all the monuments and all the museums and the cherry blossoms and all these things. Because the other ones on the list are like Hawaii, California, places where you take pictures of yourself.
Yeah, Marina, I noticed too on the list it was saying that left side is more popular than the right. Did you notice?
I'm on that. I'm left side. Are you left side? Is that your good side?
I don't have a bad side.
Oh!
But if I were to say, I think my right side is a little bit better.
Good side, Giselle, boring Bram. All right, we've got a perfect team here. All right, the list of those most popular baby names is now out, and an interesting trend has emerged. Producer Jen's in the control room with more on that. Hey, Jen.
Yeah, the list is out of the popular baby names from last year, and there's a social media, the pop culture thing that's happening that's affecting the baby names. I'll let you kind of mull on that on the break. We'll let you know what's affecting baby names. We've got that and a ton more stories coming up. Fox 5's Like It or Not, don't go anywhere.
It's always fun to see what baby names are popular, and the list from 2018 has been released, and there's a trend going on. Producer Jen in the control room with those details.
Yeah, the trend is an episode, a show that aired last night that the fans aren't very happy about. Game of Thrones that aired last night. Unfortunately, the fans, I'm not going to tell you, obviously I wouldn't give a spoiler. I would never do a spoiler like that. It's way too early. But the fans were not happy last night. But speaking of Game of Thrones, it's having an effect on what people are naming their babies. The list came out of the 2018 names, and they're not at the top, but names like Khaleesi and Yara and Lyanna and Arya, they're getting up there. They're getting up there, and people are naming their kids these names after Game of Thrones. They also equated Jon, Jon, to this. I don't know if you can give that to Game of Thrones. It's a pretty popular guy's name, but whatever. But like I said, it's not the top of the list. You know, topping the list for men, Liam, Noah, William. For girls, Emma, Olivia, Ava. So still like names you hear every day. But I want to meet a Khaleesi. I don't know about you guys.
That is insanity. I mean, people saying John Smith. Come on, John's pretty old. But Khaleesi?
Khaleesi. I mean, I think people are thinking that then she will one day have dragons, maybe. Your child will have dragons. I don't know. But it's a little strange of a name.
Yeah,
for a
stretch.
Who's going to name their little boy the Hound?
Or
right?
Tyrion.
Or Tyrion, yeah.
Joffrey.
Yes. Joffrey.
That's
yeah,
good,
no.
I know a Joffrey.
You know a Joffrey?
I know a
Before
Joffrey.
Game of Thrones, though,
Yes.
not a baby.
Yes.
Okay, let's clarify.
When this kid goes to college, they're going to be like, where'd you get that name? They're going to be like, Game of Thrones. They're going to be like, I wasn't born when that ended. Right? And they're going to have to explain this weird name to people.
Set up.
Yeah, and they're going to have to...
Come on, we're still talking about Laverne and Shirley.
I'm not going to name my kid Walter White because I like Breaking Bad. And then, like, when he's 18, he's going to go to them and be like, what are you named after? A fictional character who dealt heroin in the Southwest.
Yes.
Listen, Graham, we got your Royal Highness Archie, so if we've got that, we can have anything at this point.
And you want your child to get a job. You know, if you have to always
important.
explain your name, you might not get that job.
Yeah, my mom melted 2 names and put them into one. That doesn't work. You're not sitting out there and explaining that.
Yeah.
Khaleesi's going to be Special K in no time. All right? And then they're going to look that up and go, wait a minute.
There's a problem with that. All right, the upcoming release of a new comedic film doesn't have people on Twitter laughing at all. We're going to tell you about that controversy coming up next on Fox 5's Like It or Not. We're back on Fox 5's Like It or Not with the person probably saying, ugh, what a day. And that goes to the writer and director of LaQuisha, who got a lot of backlash on Twitter over the weekend. The premise of the upcoming film, a white man pretends to be a black woman to get a job at a radio station so that he can pay his son's private school tuition. Now, the writer, Jeremy Seville, defending his choices by comparing his work to the 2004 movie White Chicks, where the Wayans brothers go undercover as a pair of white heiresses to protect them from potential kidnappers. On Twitter, Marlon Wayans did not seem to appreciate being dragged into the controversy. You can imagine why. LaQuisha the movie, thoughts, Giselle?
Don't like it at all. Hate it. I hate to see any white person trying to be a black person. Yes.
It never goes well.
It never goes well. You don't get it right. You don't know how to be us. Just let us be us, okay? And I get that, you know, the Wayans brothers did it, but they did it as a joke. This isn't supposed to be a joke. He's really trying to be LaQuisha, so it's not cute.
I think it is a joke.
Nah.
I think it is. To a degree, I think it's meant to be funny in some way. Like, yes, the reason behind doing this is to do something for his kids. But if you watch, I watched the trailer of it, and the execution's pretty poor, by the way. All right. But, like, I do think it was meant as a joke. And I will say this, too. Like, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, tons of black comedians do white impressions constantly. And people laugh at it in terms of it being a joke. And they are making fun of stereotypes of white guys. So, and it seems to be okay. I think the execution of this was wrong, all right? If you watch it, it looks wrong. But I do think they meant this to be in some kind of humorous fashion.
I definitely don't believe he expected the backlash.
Of course not.
No.
I don't think so I'm wondering if this will generate a little more interest, because I honestly, until this weekend, until it started blowing up Twitter, Marina Giselle, I was not aware of what it was. I was looking,
I'd never heard of it.
Right.
Right.
I was like, is this for real?
Yeah.
And then, and I think too, this is my deal, and I'm just going to say it. The fact that the name of the movie is LaQuisha, why couldn't it be Karen or Betty or, I think it was something about that LaQuisha.
Yeah.
Oh, if it said Shanae, there are just names that kind of ring as almost another punch to the gut. But do you think
it was meant, or the person doing this, whether they knew what they were going to get, they knew exactly that this would create the buzz?
That it was intended?
I don't think he's that smart.
No?
No.
So you really do think this is a jab?
This is a jab, and this is backlash. So now we know about it because of the backlash, but I don't think he went in thinking, oh, this is going to cause so much controversy and everybody's going to watch my movie. No.
I don't want to see it.
We're all looking at Bram.
Besides the point, I don't want to see it. All I'm saying is...
See what y'all did once again?
Listen, all I'm saying is, they tried a joke here. I think it misses, right? I agree about the name. I think that's off. But then, I'll go back to, every black comedian that makes fun of a white guy, the guy's name is Charles.
But they
talk. And he talks like this, and he walks like that.
And he can't play basketball. And it's all that. Exactly. Right.
Can't jump, can't shoot a basketball. All these things, right? Yeah.
And they nailed it.
That's true. And it's all true.
Right.
All right, an update now to the D.C. transit worker who got called out on social media for eating on the train. While eating is banned on metro buses or trains, reportedly the employee will not face disciplinary action, but the woman who is said to have called her out on social media, that's a different story. Natasha Tynes is an author, and Publishing House is distributing her upcoming novel. That publishing house dropped her over the weekend, and her publisher delayed the planned release of that book. The author ended up apologizing for her post, but apparently the damage has now been done. Bram, like it or not?
I do not think she should have posted a picture of her. You definitely not have done that. If you do want to make some kind of point, hey, I'm on a train. I'm told I can't eat on this train. I know that you're not allowed to do that. And I saw somebody who works here doing that. Okay. But posting a picture of this woman and potentially getting her fired over something like that, that seems a bit much, because you don't know what's going on in that woman's day. She's late to work. What? She's not supposed to eat lunch now? Right. Come on. Back off. Back off.
And when you're hungry, you're hungry. You got to eat.
Right.
So it's too much.
It was just, that was too much. I am guilty of taking pictures, like I said, everywhere, even on Metro. There was a woman reading a book. I took a picture of her reading the book, but I didn't show the woman's face. And I do think that you need to exercise a certain level of decorum.
Yes.
If you're taking somebody's picture without their knowledge, you definitely need to be aware of that.
Well, I think the problem
why would you
here,
shame this person with
that's the problem.
I think it was read as shaming. Whether or not she intended to do that, and she's like, listen, these are the rules, and I'm hard and fast on the rules, which I don't think she really was. It came off as shaming 100%. And this is probably a woman who's working, may have 1 or 2 jobs. God knows what her story is. And this may be her only opportunity to eat. And now you're being shamed on Twitter?
Right.
Of course people aren't going to like this.
Right. No, I totally agree with all of y'all. It was too much. I like to go and do things that are wrong, and I like to do them privately. And people take pictures of me all the time doing things wrong, and I don't like it. So
quit taking pictures.
Yes.
But let me take a selfie.
I mean, you're going to get somebody in trouble to put their employment at risk over eating a sandwich?
No.
Right.
Get out of here.
I agree.
Come on now.
I agree.
Back off.
Now, this is a situation where I'm sure she didn't anticipate the backlash.
Yes.
She thought she had a funny moment. Oh, let me put her on blast. Look at her eating on the train. Ha, 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 ha.
You gotta think twice before you do anything on social media, because sometimes I think in the moment you don't read the intent, and then other people really get it for you, and you're like, whoa, I didn't think that's what it would be read like.
And for that, I'm kind of happy that she got the backlash that she got.
Not the other woman, absolutely.
Right.
All right, before we go to break, Giselle, we have to tell you that your fellow housewife, Monique, was on our morning show today, and we wanted to know what you think about what she said about the two of you. Take a listen.
Okay.
You know, I did hear when I was reading about the whole upcoming season of season 4 that there are some relationships that get mended that people wouldn't necessarily think could ever be mended. Is this one of them?
Probably not. We're just always going to be back and forth. That's just how it is. I've come to accept it, and I'm really getting tired of being a bigger person.
Ooh. Oh, poor Monique. She's not. She's not the bigger person. I was, as we saw last night. I apologized to her, and I have been very nice to her. And we'll see what happens. Monique just likes attention. That's all.
And she says that you and Sherman are currently exes, so she's throwing out a lot of your personal life out there.
Yes.
Is that
She did all of that, and again, she acts like she's the bigger person. So, you know, again, Monique just likes attention. She likes just to be mean to Giselle. And why? I'm such a nice girl.
You like Giselle? Bless her heart.
Yes, bless her heart. She, you know, she doesn't know any better or have home training.
Giselle's taking the high road. We like it. All right. Is it possible to be too handsome to be successful in the workplace? The results
Yes.
of new research next. On Fox 5's Like It or Not with Brad Pitt.
You know what I mean? And I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk.
We're back on Fox 5's Like It or Not with a question for the fellas. Can being too handsome actually hurt your career? According to a new study, male bosses see good-looking men as a threat and are less likely to promote them. Researchers found when men hired other men to work with them, attractiveness was factored into the hiring decision, but a woman's attractiveness did not keep her from advancing. The study says companies should use neutral outside recruitment firms to get the best workers. Too sexy for your job, Nick, like it or not.
They were talking about that this morning on Good Day, and they showed a picture of like Steve and Wisdom. Just talking about, it was just, it's funny. I don't know what to say about this. I don't know that I've ever benefited from or been hurt by. I think there are other reasons to either like or not like Nick Smith.
So would you be the attractive? Would you be the attractive?
I don't think so. I work in TV. They get a lot younger and a lot slimmer.
You are.
Oh, I can leave now. I'm good. Bye. Okay.
I have a lot of experience with this. Been fired many times because I'm too good looking for the workplace, as you know. And it's tough being me. You know, it's tough being a very good looking man in this world.
I'm surprised your key card still works.
Right.
Did it ever work? Been sneaking in here for months.
This is very true.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's interesting because I feel like we've heard this study for women and now we're hearing it for men. I don't know. Who's doing the study?
I don't know who's doing the study. You know what? But it could be an issue because a very attractive man can just shake up the workplace. You know, when he comes in, all the women are like, "Woo, how you doing?" I can see that happening. And, you know, then you're not concentrating on what you're supposed to